Yo, what's going on? Little Pantera action today. That's right. I'm going to give you guys a little Dimebag education on one of the songs and give you some education. I had to write a wicked riff. And I'm going to use one of his riffs as the example because he was the king. So I'm going to show you exactly what he was doing. I'm going to move my camera for you. Let's go over the chorus progression that rolls over the solo section in Cowboys from Hell. So we're going to do the section where he cuts the solo because that is an interesting riff. And I'm going to show you exactly what's going on because he was voice leading in that riff. So I'm going to teach you how to voice lead your progression just the way he did because it's $1 million song and we want to know what he did so you can write your own songs and have the quality that he had. So I'm going to break down the section of chords that are being played underneath that wicked guitar solo in Cowboys from Hell. So let's get right to it because I know probably most of you aren't going to be able to cut the solo. So I might as well teach you the part you can play, the rhythm. If you can't play the rhythm, you certainly shouldn't be trying to play the solo. But the chords are what make that solo wicked, so we want to know what he's doing under there, and he did something specific. It's called voice leading. Voice leading is the smooth succession from chord to chord, and generally, most of the time, a lot of time, that means moving one fret at a time to connect all your chords. So your chords move chromatically without skipping any frets in between to get to the next chord. So that's like saying you have a chord on the second fret, then there's a chord on the third fret, chord on the fourth fret. Okay, that's what Dime did in the Cowboys from Hell rhythm section that he plays underneath that solo. So I'm going to demonstrate for you what he did. I'm going to call out everything he did. And if you guys know your notes, this is going to be a piece of cake for you to follow, and you'll understand what he did, and at least you can play the solo section. At least you can play the chords, and hopefully that gets you motivated to start being able to gain the skills to play the solo itself. So if you want to learn solos, well, then you got to learn to play the rhythms first. And then I'll, later on in my channel, when my channel is more mature and there are tons and tons of basic videos out there, I am going to make my way to big player solos and how to cut all the big solos that people love and all that cool stuff too, but a little bit at a time. So my channel isn't even a year old yet. I got to get the basics under my belt so I can say to everybody that watches, hey, go see this one. There's a video on that. There's a video on that. By the time they start seeing all the advanced solos, they're going to go, I can't play the solos. How do you do the blah, blah, blah? And I'm going to say, go back and watch a video. So we're building up to the advanced stuff last, coming up with all the basics first. So here we go. In the solo section we have... Let's break that down. So first we have an E power chord, E and B. Now your first note is on the B here. So that means the next chord needs to involve a C note because we're voice leading one fret at a time. That's what he did. He connected all his chords for the solo section by making sure they were all connected successively one fret at a time. So he went from the second fret with the E minor to a C major 7 chord, which walks up one fret to the C. Then he went to an A major chord that was inverted by using a low C sharp on an A major chord that he frets like this, brings the third finger in for the low C sharp right there. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos on inversions, you know this is an inversion. Do you know what kind of inversion this is? I'm not going to tell you. If you know, leave a comment. He goes to an A major with an inversion here because the C that you just saw, the C major 7, now connects one fret over and voice leads to the A major with the C sharp. So again, he's gone from a chord with a B to a chord with a C, to a chord with a C sharp, and now he's going to go to a chord with a D. What's he going to use? If you guessed it, I've already showed you this chord in another video. He's going to use this in this movable D major shape. So let's look at the succession of the tones that raise themselves and climb successively because they climb one fret at a time. And then he gets into that solo, which we'll get into at another time. I will definitely demonstrate a lot of his work. I grew up cutting my teeth on it. I cut my teeth on Yngwie licks as well, so I can go over a slew of Yngwie stuff as well with you guys, but all in due time. So I want to begin showing you some basic voice leading techniques, and I figured I would use that solo section to show you because it is probably the most popular voice leading section in metal. There really isn't anything else more popular than that for a voice leading section to demonstrate. So I figured I would use that to show that to you and make you understand that all the chords are connected one fret at a time. So you can get on a guitar and start connecting your chords one fret at a time. They don't have to be in the same key. Obviously, these chords are not all in the same key. We have a E minor and a C, which are in the same key, but they're not in a key with an A. But the A is in a key with a D. So you have two chords. The first two are in one key, and the next two are in another key, but they all work because they're connected one fret at a time. Guys, that is a simple way to voice lead, connecting your chords through smooth successions of connecting them one fret at a time, moving one fret at a time and not moving more than that, just like you saw here. And that is the genius writing of Dimebag Darrell, and that was their first record, the first major label. That was actually his fifth record. But that was his first major label record. So on his first major label record, the guy's already demonstrating classical music theory. Guys, thanks for watching my channel. Thank you for allowing me to share my knowledge with you and allowing me to help you reach your personal best. I really enjoy your comments. They're all wicked. I love everything everybody says. Keep leaving them. Leave whatever you want. It's all good. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.